defeat the whole town unless you try to. We taking over. We taking over. We taking over. Boom! You guys know by now, if I say something on this channel, it is not cap. It is not cap. It is only facts. If I say we're coming Max Cushion gang, we're coming Cozy Boy Summer all week, I'm not running anything below 30 millimeters in the forefoot for the rest of the week, you guys know I'm not lying. So serendipitously, we had to hit him with the OG Prime X Strung after the MagM. It just worked out that way. You know why it worked out that way? My friend Sammy Rice, he hit me on email and said, hey dude, would you be interested in trying the OG Prime X Strung? Would you want to do a little bit of a trade situation? And I said, man, that sounds like a great idea. He's a size 10, I'm a 10.5. These were a little bit too big for him. He just had them lying there collecting dust. I said, I would love to take those off your hands. Let me see what I can send you. So I'm going to send him a few things. I got the Mach 6, which are a little bit too tight for me, and then another race shoe is going to be coming his way as well. And I know you guys have been waiting patiently for me to make this trade or marketplace or shoe exchange for us to get this off the ground. And this was the last little final push I needed. So today, the Supwell shoe marketplace is now live. I first had this idea, let me get this box out of here. All the way back in, what was it, February, when I first reviewed the Rebel V3 or Rebel V4, and my office just started collecting a lot more shoes. And if you watch the Cielo X1 long run video, you saw, man, it's getting a little bit repulsive in there. I feel disgusted. I feel appalled at the number of running shoes that I have. And I need to start unloading them. And I know a lot of you guys out there. One of my friends, John, he actually emailed me and said he has over 100 shoes that he wants to get rid of. So it took me a while to find the right platform to build the marketplace. It took me a while to figure out how I was going to set it up. But we have it. It is officially live now. I will put the link below. The Supwell app and shoe marketplace with the Hobby Jogger forum. So it's going to be $1 a month. You pay for access. That's it. You can post as many shoes as you want. It will be a place to buy, sell, and trade lightly used shoes. I will be moderating the forums to make sure no one's abusing it and posting a pair of Peg 35s with 750 kms on them. Please do not do that. But this is going to be a place for hobby joggers to come, to get new shoes, to unload inventory that doesn't work for them. I'm not going to make it just US only. It's going to be international. Everyone can have access to it. Sign up for the forums. You can read the instructions for how to use it, but it is live now. I'm going to post a few of my own shoes on this, but this is something that you guys have been asking for a long time now, and it's finally up there. So it's a good day. We have the OG Prime X Strung. We also have the Supwell app and Hobby Jogger forum. Please go sign up if you want to support the channel. This is another way. $1 a month and you get access to everything. I'll be adding more cool stuff in there, but for now, you have the buy, sell, trade. By the way, someone said I was scared of cars passing. We're not scared today. Buy, sell, trade, and then the Hobby Jogger forums is a training chat. There's a shoe chat. We can just shoot the shoes in there. It's gonna be a good time. So, more stack, baby. This is a lot harder than it looks. Bang! All right, guys. OG. Hold on, I gotta put my headphones away. Have your best. So, OG Adidas Prime X Strung. If there's one shoe that just keeps getting requested for me to go back, time travel, and get, it's this shoe. Maybe Alpha Fly 1 is another one people say I should try, but this one, because you guys know how much I love Max Cushion, keeps coming up and keeps coming up. I never had the chance to review it when it first came out. I wasn't even reviewing shoes when it first came out, but as stacks keep increasing and as shoes like the MagM, which came out yesterday and I reviewed yesterday, keep releasing, people keep pointing back to this shoe. It's one of the originators, if not the originator of the plus 45 millimeter segment. It was this and the SC Trainer V1 a few years ago that first took the market by storm with the max stack craziness. And now we have this 47 millimeters, and the MagM Nitro. If you watch my review on it, I almost felt like this was too much foam, which felt weird to say, but it was a lot of work to run in. And I know Barefoot Mafia is always out here talking about you got to have strong feet and ankles to run in barefoot shoes. You got to have strong ankles to run in this thing, man. I felt like I was running with a pair of Jordans on or a pair of Timberland boots or something. It is a heavy shoe. Yes, you get the bounce, but I felt like I really had to get my legs cranking up to get the most benefit out of it. So there, for me, is a limit to stack and how much stack is enjoyable. And I think this shoe right here is at the limits for me, 47 millimeters with a really wide base. So Prime Strung OG, it's 100% of the race foam. That was the difference between the MagM Nitro. On the Running Warehouse website, they actually said it's the most advanced non-race foam in the industry. Something like that. It's a training foam. It is a really nice foam. I would love to see it in a little bit of a lower application like one of these other shoes, which I'll talk about in a second. But if they put this in a Rebel V4 competitor or in a Mach 6 competitor, that would be one of the best shoes. So I like max cushion. It's just, I'm not sure. These 45 to 50 millimeter shoes are absolute behemoths. They do make it easy to run, but it's hard. I know I'm joking a lot about Barefoot Mafia and Max Cushion Gang, but I ran the Hyperion 2 earlier this week, and yeah, just feeling this, oh my gosh, it is so much lighter. I did a 25-mile double day in this, and I walked away feeling completely fine. This is 36 millimeters in the heel, I believe, 34 or 36. It's mid-30s in the heel and mid-high 20s in the forefoot. And if you just look at it compared to the MagM Nitro, you can see they are completely different shoes. The MagM Nitro almost looks like it has twice the amount of foam as the Hyperion 2. But this was more than enough protection for me. So I'm thinking it's more about preference right now. What type of a runner are you? Do you want something lightweight, low to the ground? Do you enjoy more of a ground connection feel? Or do you just want something super fun, super bouncy? You don't care about weight. Also, maybe if you're carrying more weight yourself or run with a harder foot strike like I do, at times having more cushion is nice. It also depends on the type of run, right? So for that 25-mile day, I was putting down some 520 pace, 400 meter repeats. I was even getting down to sub 5 or 5 flat pace for some of those repeats. And this felt really nice. I'm not sure I would love to do 5-minute flat pace repeats in the MagM. This is more of a shoe that I would like to cruise long miles. But then again, Hyperion 2, 25 miles that day, and it felt great. So different shoes for a different cruise. You got the Barefoot Mafia shoes. You got the Max Cushion Gang shoes. We're all just special snowflakes. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Let's get into the OG Prime Strung. And we taking over, wanna see at a time. This is like the Akon of running shoes. No, it's not. That makes no sense. This is like the DJ Khaled of running shoes. It kind of is like the DJ Khaled of running shoes. We the best. All right, bang. Hey, pull up with the OG. This is the thing when you got to do shipping. So let's see. I think this this was $15 shipping right here. So this is the thing when you're pricing your shoes on the marketplace, you got to factor in the shipping into your price. $15 to ship from. Where did he ship from? Where did he ship from? There's no return label. I don't know what state he's from, but $15, that's not too bad. All right. You got the little New Balance box. Look at that nice touch. He put Supwell Running right on the box. What kind of shoe is he rocking with? Oh, more Trail V3. 7.5 women's. I'm going to assume this is his girlfriends or wives or moms or sisters because 7.5 women's will not fit a men's. Anyway, Prime Strung OG, legend in the game. This is definitely not the DJ Khaled. That's kind of disrespectful. This is the Notorious B.I.G. This is for anyone who ever doubted me. All right, boom. Woo-hoo! Man, first of all, this thing is looking pretty new. This thing is looking pretty pristine. We got a little bit of wear back here, but there can't be more than, 40 miles on this guy. And as we know, Light Strike Pro
is a very durable foam. So what is the Prime X Strung? This is a super, I don't even know what to properly call this category, super max cushion, I guess. It's a tall stack of race foam with some reinforcements in here. So Adidas does not do plates, they do rods. So they have their energy rods in here to stiffen it, give it a little bit more stability, and just a gigantor stack of foam. You can see here 50 mm. It visually just looks massive, but the difference between the Prime X Strung and a lot of the other shoes is, man, this is a narrow heel. I'm gonna have to go get the Takumi Sen, because this looks like it's just as narrow as the Takumi Sen. Let's compare the MagM with this guy. Holy cow. Yeah, so on paper, the Prime X Strung has more stack vertically than the MagM Nitro, but it's about half as narrow. It literally is about half as narrow, and that's always been one of the things I've heard about the Prime X Strung. Not great for heel strikers, not great for stability. I mean, look at this. Look, I feel my ankles are hurting just looking at this thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then you can see up at the front here, they also have another sort of reinforcement. I think there's 2 plates in here, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But they have more reinforcements just to stabilize this foam, because there is a lot of foam. It is crazy. Holy cow. But yeah, in terms of a used shoe, you can see this is still in good shape. He told me how many miles are on it. I forget. He said under 100. And these shoes from Adidas, and a lot of the modern shoes now, they go to 300, 400 miles. If you do track your mileage on Strava, it would be great for you to include that in your listing. I'm going to include all my mileage and Strava information in my listing so you guys can see if I'm selling a shoe like the New Balance Vongo. You can see I only have 4 miles on that shoe. But this guy, lightly used, in great shape, very thin in the heel. And the selling point is, of course, how much race foam you're getting. So as I mentioned, difference between these 2 shoes is Prime X Strung, you're getting 100% of the race foam. MagM Nitro, this is training foam. That's also why this shoe is so expensive, $300. That's because it's all Light Strike Pro. I actually think, and people think I'm crazy for this theory, I think Adidas changed Light Strike Pro over the course of the period of time that the Adios Pro 3 has been out. And I think they've used slightly different versions of that foam in the Adios Pro 3. And especially the reason I have this theory is because the Takumi Sen 8. Let me go grab those shoes. Hold on. All right, so I have the Takumi Sen 8 and 10. And the Adios Pro 3 came out, I think, around the same time as the Takumi Sen 8, maybe a little bit after. But they're definitely different foams that we see in these 2 Adizero shoes. So the Takumi Sen 8, one of the best speed training shoes of all time, maybe my favorite speed shoe of all time. It's a 5K, 10K racer, but this thing just absolutely rips. I'm going to have to take it for a revisit soon. It's so bouncy. As soon as my foot hits the ground, it just bounces me along. There's no ground contact time when I'm wearing this shoe. Takumi Sen 10, something about it just feels a little bit more neutered. Foam doesn't feel as bouncy, but the Prime X Strung here, the OG, the foam feels a little bit more similar to the Takumi Sen 8. Now, I also wanted to compare the width. Look at this. Look at this. So I felt that the Takumi Sen 8 was a little bit unstable. Holy cow. The Prime X Strung is basically the same width as the Takumi Sen 8. A lightweight speed training shoe with no base back there and no stability. So I am a little bit concerned how the Prime X Strung is going to do. I'll probably have to run a little bit faster today. I don't think it's going to be a relaxed cruiser for me, just hitting off the back, but we'll see. We'll see. Other thing is, what is strung? So strung is the upper. It's strings put together. It's literally strung. Is strung the past tense of strings? Strung? I guess so. But this is the strung upper. I think it's supposed to be super lightweight. I'm not actually sure what the advantage is of the strung. It looks cool. It's kind of a Charlotte Hornets colorway. This launch colorway that they had was just really cool. I love it. This is one of the Adidas should bring this colorway back. And the teal with the purple. This is fire. But yeah, the upper is supposed to have a nice lightweight vibe to it, a good fit. That's also why this shoe is a little bit more expensive. The combination of the ridiculous amount of race foam with the strung upper. I'm excited to see how this one runs. We had a little bit of a reprieve from the mosquitoes yesterday, but they are back today. They heard me singing DJ Khaled, "We Taking Over," and they said, "No, we taking over." Mosquitoes out here with the undulating periodization. They had a rest day yesterday. Now they're out here getting active. Putting in the threshold work. I hit them with that citronella. Bang. Alright, weighing in the Adidas Prime X Strung OG. Also, our friend was he using the runner's knot here? I guess because, yeah, he was, because he said these were a little big on him, so he was probably trying to fix that. But let's get this out of here. Bada boom. Gotta organize our laces. All right, weighing in the Prime X Strung. It doesn't feel that heavy, so let's see. Oh, oops, it's not even on. Wow, 275 grams. That is lighter than the Asics Nova Blast 4. That is wild. Okay, so for some context here, I brought the MagM Nitro, which is a lot of people are comparing the Max Cushion Gang and the Barefoot Mafia. There's good people on both sides, and they're all comparing the MagM Nitro. A lot of people are saying it's similar to the Prime X Strung. The thing is, what we're finding out so far today, it's not that similar to the Prime X Strung. The Prime X Strung is a lot lighter. The Prime X Strung is a lot narrower. The Prime X Strung has the race foam. The MagM Nitro does not. It's almost like the Prime X Strung is designed to be the fastest marathon racer out there, that they went above that legal limit to defy the laws of physics and said, how fast could we go with the Max Stack? That's not necessarily what Puma is doing with the MagM Nitro. That's not what a lot of the brands are doing with their competitors in this Super Max category. A lot of them are going for us hobby joggers, giving us more stability, giving us more support, making it easier for us to run, especially if we're bigger runners. So that's more the vibe of the MagM Nitro. It's a souped up training shoe with some speed capability built in versus bang, the biggest racer that there ever was. All right, now I want to do a little bit of a comparison. Let's do I got completely off track. So I brought out the MagM Nitro, which is, a lot of people are saying, the 2024 version of the Prime X Strung. And then I wanted to bring out a lightweight shoe to do a comparison with. Let's look at the other end of the spectrum. One of the best examples of a more stripped down, streamlined shoe. And then I wanted to bring out just a completely normal shoe. This is probably the most normal, average shoe in the best way possible on the market in 2024. It's $160, which is the median price point on the market. It has a nice, slightly soft foam. It's got good stability. It's got decent bounce. It's not going to blow you away, but it's just a nice, solid shoe. And it's also from the same brand as the Prime X Strung, Adidas. So for some context, what does an average, completely normal shoe weigh? 304 grams. So this is about high 30s stack in the back compared to the Prime X Strung 50. And you can see, let's take a look at this. Supernova Prima, I should have said the name, Supernova Prima, a little bit wider than the Prime X Strung. So that's where the additional weight is going to come from. So whenever I come out here and start bringing the scale and hold on. Protecting us against the mosquitoes. Thank you, sir. Whenever I pull out the scale and start talking about weight, I always like to tell you, in case you haven't heard me say this before, weight is not necessarily bad, because in the case of the Prima versus the Prime X Strung, the weight on the Prima is going to give us more stability and more comfort. We'll have to see how that translates out there to the run, but I am nervous looking at this Kemba Walker narrow special over here. Oh my goodness. It's going to injure me like Kemba Walker. Man, that was the most disappointing season as a Celtics fan. The Kemba Walker into Kyrie era. Man, that was ugly. All right, compared to the Hyperion 2, so one of the best lightweight training shoes right now, 217 grams, so 50 grams lighter than the Prime X Strung. Does that necessarily mean it's going to be faster? No, it doesn't. So there's more speed assistance built into the Prime X Strung. You probably get a bouncier foam. Well, I've run in Light Strike Pro, and I can tell you it's definitely bouncier than this foam, a little bit softer. You get the plates, but just two different examples of speed-oriented shoes, two different flavors. More ground connection, more protection. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Bang! I didn't even notice this. Look at that. Our friend told us to up your best. That's some good advice right there. That's some good advice. I realized I forgot to say how much this weighed, or I forgot to weigh it in. I forgot to say how much it weighed. It weighs 325 grams. So that's 50 grams heavier than the Prime X Strung. But again, that additional weight, even though they're pretty similar in stack height, that additional weight is coming from the width. All right, lacing up the Prime X Strung here. And man, the Takumi Sen 8 was a shoe that I always had to fight to put that on my foot. And let's see with this one. Not as bad. Not as bad, but man, this heel is so narrow. This heel is very narrow. Dude, I am getting destroyed by mosquitoes. I don't know. They took a full day off yesterday because I was out here just chilling, maxing, relaxing. No problem. Today, we getting smoked. What I was going to say is the heel on this, I can feel it is, holy cow, it is very narrow. And it has that same feeling with the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4, where just lacing it up, the outside of my left heel, it's outside of the platform. My foot is wider than the foam. I'm a little bit worried at how this is going to go. I might need to mess around and use the top lace on here. I usually don't even use the top lacing hole. We're going to mess around and use that top lacing hole today. Man, imagine if I roll my ankle on the Prime X Strung. And this is what takes me out. Talk about max cushion gang. Get taken out by my own guy. That would be a sad way to get laid low. Alright, so we got the left shoe on here. The Prime X Strung. I'll put the MagM Nitro on the other foot. And yeah, the comfort quotient goes to the MagM Nitro for sure. I felt that times yesterday, so I got 18 miles. I told you, a little Randall Cobb on a random Wednesday. 18 miles in the MagM Nitro, and I felt that it was a little bit hard to run in at times. Not necessarily hard, but just some of that fighting against the foam feeling that I could get in the Super Blast. But but it's the trade-off, right? Because then you do have so much stability from all that foam and the decision they made to wrap it, which is nice. And the Prime X Strung, man, I'm going to get worked in this thing. So let's do a little walk test here. Bro, I need to take out an insurance policy on my ankles. These are my money makers now. I can't be laid low for a month not running in shoes. Might have to pause this filming session and go call up Amika real quick. Talking about Allstate wearing good hands. I need to keep my feet in good hands. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this feels like a taller Takumi Sen 8. This is extremely unstable. Even just walking in it. Can you see that? Can you see my leg jiggle as I'm walking here? Oh my gosh, this is not stable at all. Man. Yeah, this is making me like the MagM Nitro even more. I like the direction the market is going with giving more stability, giving more structure, making these shoes easier to run in, making them not these weird weapons that we have to learn how to use. But I also get it with the Prime X Strung. It's designed to be a marathon racing shoe that does the best job possible breaking the rules to get us where you want to go with a fast time. So this is a shoe that potentially you could use to break your marathon PR. That's what it was designed to do. MagM Nitro, not necessarily that. This is designed to give the most protection over long miles. What's up, buddy?
I see it. Whoa, those are crazy. Look at that thing.
Yeah, 50 millimeters. Look how narrow they are, though.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna twist an ankle.
That's for me.
Daddy,
My forfeit triggers. What's that, Mace?
those shoes don't look familiar. I never saw them.
No, they're brand new.
Let's see Daddy do.
All right, we're gonna do a little jog test complete shenanigans back here. Charlie's rapping. Man, Waste Pro really hit us with the citation. They said, nah, we're not taking that branch. You gotta chop it up. This jog test is brought to you by hobbyjogger.com, your place to meet your match. This jog test is brought to you by hobbyjogger.com, the only home for running degenerates. hobbyjogger.com, the one-stop shop for aerobically fit sickos. Today we have the Adidas Prime X Strung and the Puma MagM. And the Puma Man, after running 18 miles in this yesterday, this feels normal to me now. It feels like a more built up Nimbus or a more built up Mach 6. It's a great shoe, and it takes a lot of the good elements that are on the market and just amps them up. This, on the other hand, this feels like a more built up Takumi Sen. It feels like a race shoe with an illegal stack height. It does not feel like a training shoe. And I think that's the difference with where the market's going right now. We're seeing a little bit more of just stability, accessibility, approachability. A lot of the shoes coming out now, even the race shoes, are getting easier to run in versus shoes like this, which are much narrower, more limited use cases, not for everyone. So I have to get some miles in it, but the narrowness of the heel is noticeable. I also have to do a little bit of lacing and relacing on it because it just didn't feel like I completely dialed it in on the left side. So let's lace this up, talk about the plan for the run. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some massaging on this, but man, it feels like my left heel is already just sore. I don't even know. We'll see. The midsole on it is great. I didn't even say anything about the ride experience. Definitely bouncy, but I think it's just gonna take some work to figure out how to best use this shoe. So, plan for the run, 8 to 10 miles. I'm probably only doing one run today because I've had a really big mileage week. 20-mile long run on Sunday, followed by I think a 14-mile double Monday, 25-mile double Tuesday, and then an 18-mile double yesterday. Ain't doing that in a pair of Vivo Barefoot Primus. So today is all about just mileage. It's a day to help us hit our target number for the week, around 100. And then also stepping onto the right one, it just feels like it fits my foot a little bit better. I don't know. But yeah, today's a day to just hit our target mileage for the week, get some good time on feet, and maybe do some pace pickups here and there. But I'm not gonna be going all out. Today is just a mileage day. Let's do it. Oh no, one more thing.
right, 25 seconds in. Both ankles are strong, robust, and healthy. Oh goodness. I think I might need to do a retie on the right though. These are gonna be wobbly. Holy cow. Yeah, early overreaction. This shoe kind of seems like it's more trouble than it's worth. That's my early overreaction. It's so narrow. It is so narrow. But I've had a big mileage week, as I've said. I think this is gonna be best used for some pace. So I'm gonna just warm up into this run and see if I can let it fly here and there to get that benefit. But feeling of the foam here, it's classic Light Strike Pro. I kind of feel about this how I did about the Adidas Pro 3. It's not as bouncy as some of the other foams out there. But yeah, I want to see if I can warm up and then really start popping off the front here, getting the benefit of all this race foam. So far, it's not rivaling Skyward X for me, but I think we're just gonna need to give it some gas to see what I can do. So hold tight. Yo, there's a mob boss in my neighborhood, and he's always rocking a pair of Nike Wind Flows. That's the real Mafia's favorite running shoe. I'm a Barefoot Mafia, this guy is real. He's a real deal. Nike Wind Flow, $75. Get you whacked in a pair of Wind Flows. Lay your body down where the wind flows. So the thing about Light Strike Pro is that it does take more force to activate. I felt this with the Boston 12, the Takumi Sen 8, Adios Pro 3, the OG SL. SL2 is a little bit better, but that shoe also really comes alive with some speed. But that's what I'm feeling right now in this guy. It's waiting for me to rip, for sure. Oh man, so that was mile one. This has that race shoe effect for sure. I thought I was going, I don't know, 8 flat pace, just warm up. That was a 720. So this thing is bouncing me along without me even really noticing it. It feels like an Adios Pro 3 or Takumi Sen with more stack, neither of which at a regular pace for me feel that explosive. But this is just throwing me along. 720. That effort did not feel like a 720. The one thing about this shoe though, how are you gonna have all that stack with no girth? 50 millimeters, but out here with the twiggy legs, you gotta hit the gym. There was some bulk on those thighs. Out here looking like a deflated beach ball. One of those ice cream cone situations. All right, that was mile 2, 7 flat. Again, does not feel like 7 flat effort. I'm just flying in this thing. Also, part of it's probably my fitness leveling up a bit right now, but this is so easy to run in. It is bouncing me along, and I have to work with it a little bit. I have to change my mechanics a little bit, but it is just flinging. I forgot to mention, on the marketplace you can also leave reviews on the forum. So you can write reviews about whatever shoes you're running in, and you can read reviews before you buy any shoes, so we can get other people's perspectives. Because I'm only one man, and I can't put 50 to 100 miles on every shoe now.
so other people can start sharing their insights, and hopefully we build up a better library of knowledge, a hobby jogger resource center, a debaucherous database of delicious oh no, I don't like using food words to describe non-food things. That always makes me cringe. Running Warehouse had on the MagM Nitro page, I think it was something like a delicious helping of craveable nitro foam. Makes my skin crawl. I told you guys I give myself one allocation per week to respond to comments that get under my skin. 707. Gotta blow off some steam one time per week. I just gotta let them know. Some guy commented that I only run for the shoes. Bro, I've been putting up 80-mile weeks since before I started the YouTube channel. Tell my guy to get up off the couch, get some miles in, he might feel better after. I also think I've been running a little bit faster this week because temperatures are cooler. It's almost in the 70s right now. So nice. So nice. Put up a 25-mile day. Bro just flipped to channel 25. Get up off your couch, enjoy some pink trees. Get some miles in. Get active, get outside. Get healthy. I was exercising his thumbs. I bet he got some real strong thumbs. Out here with the Twitter fingers talking about only run for the shoes. Bro, I'll put up a 100-mile week in a pair of Tevas. Sit down. Matter of fact, don't sit down. Stand up, lace up whatever shoes you got, get outside. Get those endorphins flowing. Give those thumbs a rest. I bet they're tired. Start working those legs. Get that aerobic base up. That's a purple car. That's a purple car. Charlie tries to tell me it's black, that's a purple car. Just check my heart rate and it's 125. Bro just spent 125 seconds looking for ways to pay. These have to be the Biggie shoes, man. They look like a Coogee sweater. With the shorts, this is like a Basquiat Coogee Biggie sweater. This outfit is fire today. Mix the Prime X Strung with the little John G 5-inchers. Gotta get fresh. Summertime fly out here in Mint Hill. Flexing on him. Tell bro to take his 5 fingers off his iPhone. Put on some John G 5-inchers. You'll be a lot more content with your life. Getting outside and getting active. Don't watch me. Watch your feet pitter patter. And bro talking about I only run for the shoes. I put 700 miles in a pair of Ultra Boosts before I ever knew what Saucony was. Put some respect on the mileage, man. It's getting disrespectful out here. This is the thing. I try to be cool, but sometimes you just gotta pop up and whack them. Whack them down. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4. All you hear is a bunch of donkeys saying, don't run up on the mileage on me, because I'm feeling insecure sitting on my couch, leaving disrespectful comments. All right, that was it. We are back to planting kindness and gathering love. 650 pace on that last mile. I'm gonna pick it up here. I want to get 1 mile at least of just gripping and ripping. This is our fastest mile. Oh my goodness. I'm going around the cul-de-sac here. I'm about to twist an ankle. Holy cow. All right, I'll see you on the other side of this mile. I'm gonna pop down a 5 something. All right, 5:54. Almost twisted my ankle at the end, legit, on some potholes. This is not a city shoe. If you're an urbanite, don't pull up to the Bandit Run Club wearing the Prime X Strung. About to twist an ankle on those Brooklyn streets, guy. Don't do it. A 5:54 pace. while bro was spending the last 5 minutes and 54 seconds thinking of ways to... I'm done. I'm done. When planting kindness and gathering love. Man, so I know I'm fit because I can just dial up sub-6 pace on demand right now. I'm also coming off of the down week last week. So even though I have a lot of my mileage on my legs in the past few days, I always get a nice 1 week after effect. Just such a boost after that down week. And then next week we're gonna be back to feeling the fatigue and the effects of the high mileage, but this week I'm just flying. But yeah, this is a great workout shoe, man. It's like an elevated version of the Boston 12 or the Adios Pro 3. The bounce is not blowing me away. It still is classic Light Strike Pro, or you really only get the bounce with some force. It's not the Skyward X, where I get the bounce at every pace. But as a higher stack workout shoe, this is awesome, man. I was flying at that 550 pace, feeling well protected, even though we're a little bit disrespected. We're gonna get those little boys corrected. I said I was done. Now I'm just rapping nonsense. Complete nonsense. But yeah, we're on mile 6 here, up the hill. I'm just gonna cruise for the next few miles. Already kind of pushed it a little bit, so want to recover a little bit. Hit that long run Sunday, so just some nice time on feet for the rest of this run. Oh my goodness, Todd, did you hear what he said? It's a travesty. He is insulting the audience. That is not how you run a profitable business operation. I'll send him some good advice, knock some sense into that young fella. He's an articulate one, that guy. He just gotta be set on the right course. I can fix him. Man, there's a certain segment of the audience right now that knows exactly what I'm saying, exactly how I'm feeling, has been in this position before. And you're saying, yes, yes, talk to him. Well, that's who I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for you guys, all right? Always have, always will be. You guys know. Little boys out here trying to tell me how to act. If you're not dropping at least the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4 on lawn care each month, I don't want to hear it. If you ain't never woken up at 6 a.m. to whip up a batch of vegan buttermilk waffles, mixing that apple cider vinegar with the oat milk, don't you come up on here talking about respectability politics. Man, these juveniles out here never set up a Delaware-based corporation trying to tell me how to operate a business venture. Good morning. I'm out here talking so much, I just hit an accidental 633. So this shoe has me flying and just spitting nonsense out of my mouth. Both corners, just nonsense this way, random speculation that way, just completely incorrect hypotheses this way, disrespectful theorems out of this side. Yeah, I love this thing. This is what I was expecting out of the Super Blast. The best shoes have me running faster without wanting to or trying, and this doesn't feel like it's forcing me to run faster. I just am. Yeah, I'm going at a 6:10 pace right now, and I do not feel like it. I am just absolutely flying. These are so good. This is one of the best shoes I've tried, 100%. You guys are right about this one. I really just don't see how the Super Blast is so loved. And this is just making me realize I was right about the Super Blast. That shoe is mid. This is a real banger. This is the real deal. The Super Blast is the DJ Khaled of running shoes. We unlocked it. Super Blast, DJ Khaled. This shoe, this is the biggest boss that I've seen thus far. Oh, I'm not a star. Somebody like got a job in the car. I'm 45 if I die today. Remember me like John Lennon.
Buried in Louis, I'm talking all brown Lenny. But a statue of a brother in the middle of the city. Man, when you know, you know. It's like the first time I ever saw Charlie from across the room. And that freshman assault prevention seminar. Just that beautiful girl sitting there. It's the same feeling. It's the same feeling I have right now with the Prime X Strung OG on my feet. You might think that's sweat. It's not. It's tears. Tears of joy. Oh my goodness. So good. They're so good. They're so good. 10 miles. 6:47 pace. Oh my gosh. Man, we got blue skies out here. It's a good day. And this is the part of the calendar where it starts cooling off just a touch, and now it's probably up to 80 already, but in the morning it was probably 70 something. It starts cooling off just a touch in the morning, mid-August to late August, and this is the best part of the calendar because if you've been training all summer, this is where the fitness really starts to show up. Temperatures dropping just 10 degrees can make that difference, man. Can make that difference. So we were flying. 6:47 pace, some accidental 650s and 630s in the Prime X Strung. Reminds me of when I used to string lacrosse sticks. Do you guys know that? I used to string lacrosse sticks. I used to string them for some kids who went on to play D1 lax from my high school at Princeton. If you never strung a lacrosse stick for a D1 midi from Princeton, don't be out here on my channel talking about how to operate a business venture. All right, Prime X Strung OG. I'm trying to get the right lighting on here because the sun is directly overhead, casting some weird shadows, but this thing is complete flames. Complete flames. There I go, looking again. It's almost like I don't want to get hit by a car or something. And I think when the people come by, I just get self-conscious. I'm standing here most of the time shirtless with the shoe in my hand and a 48-ounce Nalgene, and we just got innocent bystanders rolling by on motorized scooters. I'm trying not to make a fool of myself. Prime X Strung OG. When there is a shoe this good, I don't even have to analyze. I don't have to do an analysis. It comes to me. It speaks to me. The shoe tells me what to say. Everything that you just saw out there, all the shenanigans, all the clown behavior and the tomfoolery, the nonsense and the random speculation, that was not coming from me. It was coming from the shoe. The shoe was telling me what to say and what to do. It took over my body. I was possessed by the shoe. There's been a few shoes this year. 860 V14, Adi Zero SL2, On Cloud Boom Strike. I'm trying to think. Balos to a degree, maybe more V5. There's been a few shoes this year that have just been so good. All those ones I named, Balos, more V5 are maybe in that, but all the others, 860, SL2, Cloud Boom Strike, Diodora Gara is another one. These shoes that are so good. Oh, Hoka Skyward X, how could I forget? I don't have to do the talking. I don't have to do the analysis. And what I'm trying to say here, I'm making a lot of jokes, cracking a lot of funny talk. When a shoe works just the right way for me, I don't have to guess whether or not it's a good shoe. I don't have to think about stability. I don't have to think about, is the upper too snug? It just plain works. If you guys have run in more than one shoe in your life, if you've ever run in a bad shoe and then you've run in a shoe and you said, wow, this is really nice, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When a shoe works, when it just locks in for the mechanics, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't even care what type of a car it is. Oh, that was a little mini, I had to look at that little Nissan Versa.
classic Nissan behavior. Whenever I see a sedan with the bumper hanging off about 30 yards away on the highway, that's classic Nissan behavior. I don't know what it is. Nissan Sentras, they gotta have the highest injury rate of any car out there. We are way off topic. Now, the Prime X Strung, this is not a Nissan Sentra. I was saying yesterday, is the Puma MagM Nitro, is that... It's a bunch of off-topic distractions, man. The kids are yelling at me while I'm trying to do this analysis. Well, while the shoe is trying to do the analysis through me. I was saying, is the Puma MagM Nitro, is that the Cadillac Escalade? Then I say, no, it's German. Is that the AMG GLS? This is another good German one. This is like the X7M. This has a lot of horsepower. It has some get up and go, and it's so good because I wasn't trying to run fast, and this is exactly the point I'm trying to make. With these shoes that just work, I don't have to think about what pace I'm running. I don't have to try to slow down. I don't have to try to speed up. I just run, and the shoe runs with me. It runs alongside of me. It feels like it's an extension of my foot. I got this really good comment on the channel earlier today. I think it's from our friend Mr. Gaming. His handle is like ZRN7 Gaming. And he said a shoe, in response to my video on the MagM, he said a shoe, no matter its stack height, should feel like an extension of the foot. And ironically, that is exactly what the Prime X Strung OG was today. It felt exactly how I wanted it to feel without me having to think about the shoe. After the first 30 minutes, after I was warmed up, I was just running. I even told you guys up the hill, after I put down that 554 mile, I said, I'm just gonna slow down and relax. And then that didn't happen. I just sped up because that's what the shoe was channeling through me today. Some speed. And that's why I love trying all these different shoes, because some of them work, some of them don't quite work. This is one that just plain old works. The Light Strike Pro is an awesome foam, and I think that the way that it shows up in this shoe is maybe even a little bit better than the Adios Pro 3. For me, the Adios Pro 3 never really, it's always been a good shoe, but not a great shoe. This elevates it up into that great category, but it is a shoe where, man, you gotta have some strong ankles to run this one. Strong, built up ankles. Barefoot Mafia, I told you, out here talking about strong feet with the low stack shoes. You gotta have some confidence in your ankle strength to run this, because it is a little bit, not necessarily awkward, but it's just a lot of bulk underneath the foot. The other thing is, though, the weight is awesome. 275 grams, lighter than the Nova Blast, about as light as something like the Topo Spectre 2, maybe a little bit heavier than that, but about as light as a normal training shoe, lighter than a lot of the daily trainers out there. You saw it's lighter than the Supernova Prima, which is pretty much a bang down the center of the plate, high cushion daily trainer in 2024. So the weight is not an issue, and the bounce from the foam that I'm getting is incredible. So I'm not sure what Adidas is going to do with the Prime X Strung 3. They're now on the 2. I'll have to get that one in at some point. I'm not dropping any rack. So if you have a 10.5 Prime X Strung 2 and you want to make a trade with me, let me know. Post it on the forum and we can get some negotiating, or email me. Just don't hit me with any unsolicited business advice about how I should act. Okay, you can email me though if you have a... Don't punch back. If you have a Prime X Strung 2, let's make a trade. Let's get something going. I got a lot of shoes, maybe even a race shoe we could trade. I don't know. I got some good shoes. Maybe we could do a two for one. I give you a daily trainer and a max cushion thick boy. I got, what else do I have? Well, I have an Invincible. I have an unused Invincible lying in a box. And I also have Cole Hawker's. I have a pair unused of Cole Hawker's favorite daily trainer. It used to be Yakoyana Brisa's favorite daily trainer. It is not. So Prime X Strung OG, absolute banger. Supwell app is now live. If you, for some reason, did not see the intro, Supwell app, we got the Hobby Jogger forums on there. We can shoot the shoes about shoes and training. And we also have the marketplace where you can buy, sell, and trade gently used running shoes. I'll be putting some cool stuff on the marketplace, so make sure to check it out. We're going to do US and international. Everyone has to figure out their own shipping. I'm setting up the marketplace to facilitate the interactions. I am the invisible hand, man. Bro's coming up on my channel trying to give me business advice. I ain't never heard about Adam Smith. Give me business advice. You don't even know who Adam Smith is, bro. Bro, I never even heard of Rousseau. Trying to tell me how to act. Man, little boys ain't never heard of Immanuel Kant trying to tell me how to behave. Get outside, get some miles in, bro. And then go inside, make yourself some green tea, and read some Kant and Rousseau. Up your best. Prime X Strung OG, absolute banger, absolute flames. I was flying. You can't buy this shoe. If you could, I would highly recommend it. Maybe some other people who have this shoe, it doesn't work for them, will put it on the marketplace. Whole point of this video is please go sign up for the marketplace. $1 a month. We're gonna have a lot of fun in there. We're gonna get up to shenanigans. We're also gonna connect, trade shoes. All my blokes, it's gonna be available for you guys as well. So hopefully we get a good international contingent of people buying, selling, trading shoes. I might have to split out a US and international marketplace if it gets a little bit messy. We're gonna figure it out as we go, but I will be monitoring, moderating, putting in the work to make sure this is the best community out there for all the running degenerates, aerobically fit sickos, and hobby joggers. This is what I am dedicating and committing to from this point on, putting out good videos and building the community. All right? It was not all a dream. It was not all a dream. This is a reality. This turned a dream into a reality. Shout out Prime X Strung OG. R.I.P. Biggie. This is a good shoe. I'll be back tomorrow for another video. All right, man. You know how we had to come? A little refuel while we're running up the bag at our 9 to 5. Just had to step aside, hit them with some good nutrition. You've never stepped out of your 9 to 5 and put together a sourdough vegan burger with some almond-based cream cheese? I don't want to hear any business advice, all right? If you're not coming with the broth. All right, this is what we have. We have a Tuscan garlic sourdough burgers, 2 of them, with the homemade black bean quinoa. Homemade black bean quinoa burgers, straight from Supwell Kitchen. Charles has been on a roll. I don't know what happened. She's just on a hot streak right now. It's always fire, but this week has just been flames 8,500. It's just been straight heat. So this is what we had for dinner last night. There's a few leftovers. This is what I'm having. 2 of these guys. No second run today. Unfortunately, I'm at almost 70 miles right now, so I don't need the second run today. Probably let the body recover a little bit, get some more work done, and then I don't think I'm going to do a second run tomorrow either. We'll see. But flames 8,500 right here. Bang. Tell those other boys to read some Plato Republic and eat a black bean burger. All right, one more thing. It's 2:58 p.m. out here getting active. This is what we're launching with on the marketplace. I'm going to post these 3 out of my collection. We got the Vongo V6. This thing is pure, untouched, 4 miles on it only. Absolute fire colorway. It is a firm stability shoe. If you want some structure, if you want something that's good for just getting out there, pounding the pavement, this might be a good one for you. 10.5. I'm also popping out with the Speed 4. So 2 shoes that I don't really love. I just never got along with the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. But a lot of people like the shoe. I got to work on my impersonation of that guy. But a lot of people are saying good things about this shoe. I put 100, I think this has about 104 miles. You can see we got some wear in the back. That's the thing about the marketplace. You got to be honest about how much wear your shoes have. I think that's about 110 miles on it. It's not worn down. It's just, I never got along with it. And this guy here, my favorite shoe of the year, up there with the Skyward X. This is the